Hello, good morning. This is JilliBling of JilliBling.com, and I have a project to share with you. This is going to be a traveling box project. It's using a few old products, retired products, but you can easily substitute anything retired, such as this edge die, with anything that you have that's current, and it will still look awesome. This project is so nice because of the foil and the embossing folder. Of course, the stamp set makes it nice, but you could use any ribbon that you have. For instance, this is olive paper and I'm using pear ribbon, and that's fine. A few little pearls. I like how this one came out. This one is stunning, very simply stunning. And put on 3 or 4 rhinestones, and that's all that's to it. And this is old ribbon. Once again, there's a lot of different ribbons on here, and you could use whatever you like. If you get this project box, you have lots of choices. But to do this ribbon, I've never done it like this, and I kind of like it. This is just a glue dot on, and then under here, I just did this one this morning, so I don't know that it's all that stuck. See how I just took a piece of ribbon, started right here, put some tear tape, wrapped it around the inside, had the top piece stuck down once again with tear tape, go a little bit long, and then just trim the end off. It's a very beautiful, well-finished card, and then put a little bow on it. Okay, so those are some samples. Here are the stamp sets I'll be using. And again, any stamp set that you have will be just fine. And I'm going to use a lot from this stamp set in today's project. I like the flowers, I like the tiny little leaf, and I like this pattern down here. I was just distracted. I'm not going to say her name, little thing there in the corner that plays music for me. She just started talking, and I wasn't talking to her. Over here are the inks. So this is blueberry ink, and this has retired, but I could, for this paper, yes, this is blueberry foil, but I could, the rhinestone has moved, I could use navy, and it will work just fine. So once again, any foil that you have, and you know, I was thinking this would be great for Christmas. There's that embossing folder that has the trees on it, and put a Christmas verse on it, and maybe use green, because I know that there's green and red foil. That's got me thinking I should do another box like that. And then just use a coordinating color ribbon. That'd be nice. Archival black ink. So if you want, you could use black ink on here, and you could use Memento, stays on, but I have this spot, the lid isn't staying on very well, and this ink is retired, but I love it. I use it over and over. I miss it, but this will be in the box too. But you can use any black ink you want, or stays on. Olive, Bermuda Bay, and Smoky Slate. Okay, so I don't even remember what I pulled out over here. I need to do something about that. What do you do about that? How about a glue dot? I don't know if this is going to make it better or worse. Usually when the lid doesn't stay on like that, I'd say take the lid and rotate it, but it doesn't stay on again. So try rotating it again. Still doesn't. Usually when you do the rotating trick, it always works. Okay, I'm getting a little bold here. Taking a glue dot, and I'm going to stick it. I've never done this before, so I really don't know what I'm doing. Just on the side here, kind of smushing it down. I don't know if this is going to be a fix or a flop. Okay, I'm sure it will stick, but can we get it off? Okay, that does a trick. It's still kind of coming up here, but it's sticking. Okay, if you get this box and the lid is sticking, you know why. You know what? That's better than it falling off. Okay, so carry on. projects. Over here are the products I'm thinking of using today. Gold ribbon, this is retired, but any ribbon there is a different gold that would be a really nice substitute. But I have a lot of this. I kind of went overboard in ordering it. Because I'm using gold ribbon, I'm going to use the metallic gold pearls. Tear tape, I like to use tear tape on any textured embossing folder. Because if you put your regular tape on here, hold on, let me get one that's real textured. For instance, if you put your regular adhesive to stick this piece of foil down, the touch points between the foil and the card base are few. And so it's just kind of hopefully hanging on. But if you use tear tape, which is really strong, it seems to do the trick. Okay, tear tape. Embossing folder, this is tin tile. I'm going to emboss this piece of foil, and you're probably thinking, that's not the size of a card front, but that's the plan. Is it's just a little bit, and this white border edge will complete the rest of the card top. Okay, so I'm going to use the tin tile. Here it is, very pretty. And some embossing folders are a little bit stronger and create a deeper impression, therefore they, I was about to say damage or rough up. They kind of mess up the paper a little bit, but that could be used in your favor. I think it makes more of an impression. I like it on this one too. The screen, for some reason, the paper didn't split. So, as long as you're aware of it, it's fine. But I like it. I'm going to use it today. This paper is for the edge die, and I have that done. Right here. When you're using the edge die, particularly with these dies, use the washi tape. And I'll have this in the box too. Just because they're a little bit warped, and when you put the top plate on, they shift, and then you're all unhappy. Another thing to be aware of is sometimes a washi tape, when it's freshly pulled off of the spool, the roll, it's super sticky. And on one of these projects, I pulled the washi tape off, and I had it down here, and it kind of tore my paper. It pulled up my paper. I think it was on a green one. So, as long as you're aware of that, put the washi tape from the die over to the piece of paper that will be discarded. You'll be fine. And use it as many times as you can. That's garbage. This piece here, I'll pop out these things in just a minute. So when you do this die, you have your choice of two different ones. Here you could see it better on this one. This kind of ornate one, and this one is more of a rickrack. This paper needs to be big enough to cover the top of the card. And if you like, you can trim off a little bit. And I noticed that I did do this a bit crooked, so I will trim this and get it to be straight. But beware, don't trim it too much. Here, let me show you in just a minute. I have all kinds of stuff here. Stuff. Okay, we'll get to this in just a minute. Here's the base paper. Fold that in half. Okay, so this piece will be stuck on. Well, I'll just do it. Use tear tape to stick your foil textured paper on. And you could tear it. It's terrible. Get it? Get it? Nobody's here to laugh at my jokes. Okay. Tear tape, done. Tear tape, I want to take my bone folder and with light pressure attach the tear tape. If you push real hard, you're going to eliminate a lot of the texture on the front side. We don't want that. And then remove the paper. And I think there's just maybe 15 various papers left for this project. So if you like it, let me know soon. So I'm looking at this thinking, do I want this little flower to be on the outside edge? Or do I want this little plus sign band? I think I'm going to turn it this way because a lot of that will be covered up with the die cut white piece. Okay, so you can see that the texture paper is on. So next is to put this on. And you can have it right up against the edge, or you can have it in a little bit. Let me get this close. Can you see how it's right up? It's close to the edge, or you can have it over here. But either way, I'd rather more of the foil paper show, and I know that I cut this a little bit crooked, so I'm going to trim it, this end right here. I'm going to trim it back. Looking at that, I don't want it to go here, because then you can't see the detail of the die. So I'm going to trim, I like this little border right here showing. So looking at this, I'm going to trim it maybe a little, like 1/4 of an inch. Hold on. Just about. I'm not measuring it. I'm just making it straight. Okay. So now it's a little bit shorter. And now more of the foil is showing. And I could still go back against this fold. I think I'm going to leave this little border right here. Okay, so this just gets stuck on. This could be regular adhesive. Okay, top of the card is getting close. So what else do we have over here? This is stitched shape oval, and I would suggest that you stamp your words on it. Once your words are on it, run it through your machine to cut it. But because I don't want to be running stuff through the machine, I already have one cut right here. But that means I have to get it straight, which isn't always easy. And these are inside papers. That goes on the top. Stitched shapes, we're using the oval. These are the dies, but like I said, you could use any edge border die that you have. Okay, so let's work on the words for the front. And this project, I used the blueberry ink. On a few of these, I used the black ink. I think I like the blueberry. So how about birthday chair in blueberry? Boy, I hope this is inked up enough because I don't know that I have a re-inker. I should check it. Oh, pretty. That's such a pretty stamp. Okay, I had to do it straight too. You know, I might make it down a little bit low on my oval so that I have room for the leaves. Ooh, should I try doing this the other direction? I'm going to do that. Okay, getting distracted here. Make that square. Pretty. Okay, and since I have the blue out, these little leaves are from this stamp set. Very pretty. If you don't have it, it's good. If you know how to do collage, if you like doing collage stuff, this is a great set for that. It's kind of vintagey, It's got the script on it. Yeah, I could turn this paper over. How should I do this? Okay, the leaves are kind of dropping down. That's pretty. Okay, I want to do stuff on the inside since I have it in blueberry. And I'm fine with this getting dirty because I could flip it over. Okay, I'm going on a whim here. I have no plan. Oh, I messed it up. Do-over. One-time do-over. That came out good. Okay, so I'm going to wash this and do it in gray, smoky slate. But I want words on the inside. So on the outside I have birthday. On the inside I'm going to say somebody loves you lots and lots. I like that. Kind of running out of room here. Okay. Boy, I think I had too many plans. I have all kinds of other ideas for what goes on the bottom here. I was going to do this. I think it's getting too busy. I'm going to try it though. I'll try it on the scratch paper. With the spot, I don't know. Linen top stamp pads versus firm foam. I think I know where my mind is. Okay, I'm not going to do that. How about this one? No, that's going to be too busy too. Okay, this card is going to be similar to the other cards. I need to stamp the leaves in smoky slate. If you don't have one of these chamois, I was not a believer. I am now a believer. They work so good. It holds so much liquid, and then it cleans good. Clean. Okay, so smoky slate. It's right here. That's just pretty. The stamp set is just pretty. Okay, put it on the birthday chair. This one is going to be just like that other blue one. Where's the imagination? Okay, that's it. Okay, done stamping. So this paper that looks quite yucky, watch this, magic. This is going to be the inside liner. And this gets dimensionals. This white paper goes on the inside. I'm doing it this direction. Hope it works. This is the only one this direction. Look how pretty. Isn't that just nice? Very classic. Okay, so now if the bow goes across here, let me try the bow, because I'm not feeling it yet. Oh, should I have a bow or a knot? Ooh, that's elegant. I think it needs a bow. Okay, so where's my tear tape? Probably could use regular adhesive, but that's okay. So this will be positioned so the ribbon is in the middle of this section in the top of the card. Good. Now, this, I want the bow knot to cover it, so I'm going to cut this ribbon right in the middle. And I don't want to put tape across the whole thing, otherwise you can see where the tape is underneath the satin ribbon. I'd rather it lay gently, softly, lay as it wants to, naturally. I'll show you what I mean here in just a minute. You probably already know, but oop. Well, that didn't help. So the knot of the bow is going to cover up that. So what I was talking about, and I know I just drew a little line there, if you have adhesive under the whole thing, it will dictate where the ribbon goes. And you could see that because of the adhesive underneath, it's kind of going up right here, down here, where on the other side, see how perfectly that lays? The ribbon is doing exactly what it wants. It's in a nice straight line. It's just flowing naturally. I like that look better. But I need a little bit to hold it down. Yeah, see how it gets a little funky? Hopefully my bow will cover all that up. Okay, so this can go on here eventually. Now a bow. And I'll do your bows if you want. You could come to me later and say, can you make me 3 gold bows? This is going to be just a simple bow. I think a double bow on here would be really bulky because this is a thick ribbon. If it was just a thinner ribbon, a double bow would be fine. Okay, I think the card says the bow wants to be that big. And if you don't have Stampin' Up! Snips, that's a good thing to have, especially new ones. I just replaced my 10-year-old ones, and they were working just fine. But now that I have the new ones, yeah. Okay, so this ribbon, I know that when I put a pin in it, it might kind of gather the ribbon a bit. But I went and I bought some fine gauge pins, and I think that will preserve the ribbon. Okay, so there's lots of ribbon and lots of bling choices. That one would be pretty on there too. That's a retired ribbon. Okay, we need glue dots. Ooh, this one would be pretty on here too. Okay, they all would. They all would. Okay, so one bow that's kind of not covering that seam. Oh, if I put it up higher, it will. Okay, and because it's such a big bow, I'm going to put 3 glue dots on it. 1 on the knot, 1 about here. I'll hold it up in just a minute. Okay, so for the 3 glue dots, I have one on the knot, one over here, and one over here. So the bow still gets to do its pretty, beautiful, elegant thing, but it's staying in place. So I decided up a little bit high to cover up that seam. Yeah, you can tell that there's a seam on there. This is turning out kind of pretty. And dimensionals. It's kind of popping up there. Okay, and now, do I like this popping up? It's kind of bugging me. I'm going to take a glue dot, or two glue dots, roll it up like the tortilla becoming a burrito, and it's popping up, and I want to hide it. Yeah, that's better. So I put the glue dot all rolled up, probably didn't need to be rolled up, right under here. And I'm going to do one more right under here, like down in here. That helped the popping up a little bit. I think it's because there's so much texture from that embossing folder. Okay, so done with glue dots. Next is metallic pearls. And if you can, use just 3, 4, or maybe 5, so that everyone has enough. I've seen people where they put the whole package on. That looks great, but then nobody else has any. So if you can, just do a random few. You know, because this has a pattern, I wonder if I could pick up the pattern. I'll put it in the center of each of these little flowers. On other ones, I just did it random. And when you pick up the pearls, there's a little glue dot underneath each one of them. And when you use your scissors to pick them up, have your primary focus on getting that little glue dot. Oh, this is turning out cute. In some ways, it's very feminine with the gold and the shiny and the satin. But then in other ways, because of the tin tile and the navy, it's masculine. What is it? I don't know. Silver one's in there too. Okay. So, like I said, this will be a traveling box, and I think there's maybe like 15 in this box. Not as many as other boxes. So if you like it, let me know, and they'll be reserved for you. Otherwise, do as many as you like. Isn't that pretty? So simple, very elegant. Okay, that's it for today. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great weekend. And until next time, if you can hit the subscribe button and the like button, then I'll know what you like so I could do more of it. Okay, bye.